Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. It's a good day to be alive and to be thankful. Now today I'm going to be sharing with you a few care tips for my Cebu Blue pothos plant. It likes to dry out between watering. Now if you do keep it soggy, you will lose your plant eventually. It starts to get yellow leaves, it starts to turn leggy, and then eventually it just dies a slow death. So try to make sure that you keep it on the dry side. So let it dry out between watering. In terms of lighting, you expose it to, it can tolerate low light. So bright light is good. It helps it to grow maybe a little bit faster. But for the Cebu Blue, it can tolerate low light. Now remember, low light does not mean no light. Every plant needs some amount of light to do well. So but this one can tolerate the lower light setting. If you don't have a bright window to put it, you can give it as much light as you can in your space. Also, with regards to propagation, you again just cut between nodes, right? All these pothos plants have nodes. You just cut between the node, put it in water, sphagnum moss, perlite, and once the roots get to about 2 or 3 inches, then you plant in soil and you are good to go. All right. Now, when this plant started to trail, the section where the trailing part was hanging had limited lighting, so I think that is why I have all these runners in between. Here are my pruners. You want to make sure that they are clean. You can clean with alcohol or hydrogen peroxide. And so I'm going to be clipping. So right here, I'm going to be clipping right with a node right there. There you go. And then I'm going to be clipping on this side as well. So all these that have the runners between, I'm going to be clipping. So a little bit even now. So what you will find is that new growth will start to sprout from other sections of the plant, and it will even look much fuller, even though this is a pretty full plant. So but once you prune your plants, it encourages growth in other areas of the plant. So this is the final look on my plant, and now the plant is ready to revive itself, and new growth, as I said before, will sprout from other nodes on the plant. So beautiful Cebu Blue pothos. Just a little tip when you are propagating your Cebu Blue or any pothos plants, if you have runners that are consecutive like this, it's probably easier to cut each node and propagate that in sphagnum moss. When it's just a node without leaves, like if I should cut between and it's just this with a node, they call this a wet stick, and you can put this in sphagnum moss and it will develop roots eventually, and then at some point leaves will emerge. So you can do that when you have consecutive nodes that are on the stem that you cut. All the cuttings have been cleaned up and now they are in water. Now here are the other nodes. These are like the wet stick. I'm going to put these in sphagnum moss, and then once these develop roots, then eventually leaves will come. So this is the start of the propagation of this Cebu Blue pothos. Most pothos plants, the care tips are similar. So if you watch my other videos on care tips for pothos plants, then you would see it's similar. So that is why I didn't want to spend too long on this video. Just kind of touch base with you to share this one that is actually so special. Thank you. Now this is my second Cebu Blue. This one I have in a circular trellis, which I made myself. So it's pretty easy to make. I got this wire at Home Depot, and you just bend it and stick it in. It's not so hard, right? So this is another one. This was actually the first Cebu Blue pothos plant I got, and I got this as a 3-leaf cutting. Hey. Here is my second trailing Cebu Blue plant. It is a little bit more compact, and it doesn't have runners because I have this lower section exposed to more lighting. So when you have more light, you tend not to get as many runners. So you can see that this has a lot more trailing going on. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching the care tips for my Cebu Blue plant. I do hope you have a good rest of your day, and I do encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you so much. You can comment, you can like this video. The likes do help, so I encourage you to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. You are number one. Bye. Just a little tip when you are propagating your Cebu